Peace to the gods and the goddesses, man. Yo, man, I did that video, man, breaking down some important things, man, and it's like you could barely hear what I'm saying, man. Nah, man. Had the audio was too loud, and that mic, the mic anyway is cheap, man. Cheap mic, man. Gotta get me a better mic. But I was just basically breaking down the rights, man. There's the rights. The rights is part of the matrix, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you will hear a lot of people out there talking about, well, we fighting for our rights and we need our rights. And that's part of the matrix. I broke down in the video that the rights, they got to do with the humans. They got nothing to do with the carbonated beings. Realistically speaking, we beyond rights. You know what I'm saying? The rights got to do with the humans because the right is a right. A right is a team of people that cast spells. You know what I'm saying? When you see the word ritual, it got the word writ. The word writ comes from the word right. R-I-T-E. But they play with the words R-I-G-H-T. You know what I mean? But you still see the writ up in right. And I was basically breaking down that they need to do the rituals in order to perpetuate their genetics, to push their genes forward. That's how they would push their genes forward, by way of the rituals. And I was basically breaking down that there's many ways of how they do the rituals, but the main formula that they use when they doing the rituals, it has to do with sacrifice. Don't think that is totally in the realm of sacrificing. Like, you would hear the stories about the Illuminati sacrificing the firstborn, sacrificing the son, sacrificing the daughter. Oh, somebody famous, close friend got killed, their cousin got killed, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? That is just one thing. That's just one dimension they want you to focus on, man. But the sacrifice just has to do with sacrificing a certain life force and then using that life force as a template to brand the invocation on it. And when they brand the invocation on it, the invocation that's branded on what was sacrificed is now carried out in the spell form. So you will hear about so-called Illuminati killing these people or whatever. That's just one way. But when you look at the trees, they killing the trees, and we know the trees is being sacrificed. They're killing the trees and they're making paper. And by the way, the reason why this is white is because they bleach it. So they kill the trees and they sacrifice the trees, and now the sacrificial instrument becomes the paper, and now they write invocations down on the paper, which is spells, which is their laws, their acts, you know, their rules. Yo, my man, their rules, things that you're supposed to do on a job or whatever, when you act in, whatever it is, man. A script comes from the scribes. You know what I'm saying? Which is a spell that one uploads into their consciousness and they act it out. You know what I mean? So they used to use what is known as parchment, which came from the sheep skin. They sacrifice the sheep, get the skin, and they write spells on it, invocations. They used to call it holy scrolls. You know what I'm saying? They sacrifice they used to sacrifice babies. I mean, they still do that with the babies, man. All abortion clinics are sacrificial chambers. All of them. All abortion clinics are sacrificial chambers. You know what I'm saying? But they used to sacrifice I mean, they still do it, but they sacrifice the babies and they use their skin. It's called a papal. The same way how you spell PayPal. It's called papal. You know what I'm saying? That's what the high priests, the high spellcasters use. Papal. You know what I'm saying? When you hear about these people creating these organizations and then it just blow up like papal or Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, just know that these people are not what you think they are, man. There ain't no person who was in a damn garage and they just came up with an idea and it just blew up. No, those people already got ties, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, they used to sacrifice the baby's skin and they write spells on it and all that. But another form of them, damn, cuz, I'm dropping the phone, man. Another form of them doing sacrifices is with computers. Computers. And I was talking about that when I was playing that Destiny, but you could barely hear what the hell I was saying, man. You know, the volume, man. But anyway, I was talking about the computers, man. How they use the computers as the way, or should I say, as a way of getting invocations out, because they're using a language. They sacrifice minerals from the earth and they create these motherboards and these capacitors, these circuitries that make up the computer. And then they write a series of codes, the ones and the O's, the biometric system. And they put these series of codes in these video games. That game particular that I was talking about was Destiny. And they create a spell. They create bodies in the game that's made up of light. Now, rituals are meant to manipulate spirits. Is not meant to manipulate souls. It can only manipulate souls when souls is vibrating on the frequency of a spirit. But the whole ritual's got to do with the spirits, to manipulate the energy. So when you're looking at movies, that's a ritual, because those people are being manipulated, and the images that you're seeing on the TV is not people. It's actually electricity. I broke this down before. Check it out in archives. So the computer codes that they write down is an invocation or a series of spells. It's playing that game Destiny, that they want to project the humans outside of this solar system. They want to project them outside of this solar system. For the mere fact the elites let a movie like The Matrix and many more hit the airwaves, shows that the people that's running this planet knows that all of these planets in our solar system are hybrids. They know this. They know that this planet is not real. They know that they not real. They've been, come on, man. The whole Western culture, matter of fact, I'm not even going to isolate it on the Western culture. The whole, on a planetary scale, the standard diet for each race is hybrid foods. The standard diet, you know, the cultural diet, they say, oh, this is my culture. Their food is all hybrid, meaning that it's all fake. It don't matter if you Spanish, if you Puerto Rican, the standard food you eat is fake. Do the research. You will see that all of the foods that you eat is a hybrid. The West Indians with your curry, that's fake. Your chicken, that's fake. Your roti, your potato, anchana, well, the chana, you know, chickpeas, that's the only thing that's real. But the ones that they giving the people now, the chickpeas, that's fake. You know what I'm saying? Your corn, your barbecue, your ribs, you know what I'm saying? For the Italians, your spaghetti and meatballs, that's fake. You get the meatballs from the cow, which is a hybrid. The cow is not a real animal. You know what I'm saying? You go into every species. It don't matter if it's Japanese. Your Chinese, they eat a whole bunch of white rice. That's fake. With some fake greens You know what I'm saying? And cultivated herbs. Cultivated meaning fake. You know what I'm saying? And the standard diet is all fake. So, and these are the, and that all came by way of the elites. How do you know that came by way of the elites? See, these people that live in these territories, they really assume that they are from these territories and that they actually practicing ancient tradition. When in actuality, you are practicing a menu that came from a group of people that conquered your territory. That's why they call that territory China. That's why they call that territory Japan. That's why they call that territory Puerto Rico. Because it's been conquered. That's why it has a flag. And whoever conquered the land will determine how those subjects live within that territory that they conquered. So your food that you eating did not come from your culture. It came from the people back in the ancient days who conquered that land. That's why the foundation of your food is a virus. It's a hybrid. It's meant to kill you. It's meant to suppress your genes from moving forward. Spoke about that in past videos. Check them archives. They conquer your territory and they dictate to you how you live. When they dictate to you how you live, you will never supersede their living capabilities because you are always going to be suppressed. You're always going to have an umbrella, a ceiling over your head, basically telling you, well, you can't go this far. No, you can't do that. Eat this food. Eat this potatoes that's starched up. You know what I'm saying? Eat your McDonald's. Get your chicken on. Get your buffalo wings. You know what I'm saying? Get your little your T-bone steak. Eat your chitlins. Eat your pork. Your Thanksgiving. Get your turkey on. You know what I'm saying? Get your sweet yams. Get your collard greens. You know, get your cranberry sauce. All of that is fake, man. Get your cornbread. Get your heavily sodium gravy. Get your artificial salt. Get that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it in. We have been consuming the menu of people who had been conquered. You know what I mean? The Matrix. That's why I say it's deep, heavy. The Matrix. So yeah, you're looking at those computers, that's a form of a program to perpetuate the humans outside of this solar system, because the ones who's running the planet, they know what's going on. How you think they putting it in the movies, man? Damn near every freaking movie that come out got to do with the humans leaving Earth. In some shape, form, or fashion. If they not leaving Earth, they experiencing some detrimental dilemma on Earth, which has to do with the verge of their species being extinct, and they somehow surviving it. That's a ritual right there. Because they know the death of the gene is on the horizon. Word up. Only hybrids need to survive. When you enter the survival stage, that means that your genes is on the verge of extinction. You ran out of options. You ran out of ideas. So all you're doing right now is just trying to find the most suitable, comfortable way to live out your last dying days, because it's inevitable that you go head on with that kamikaze. So you're just looking to find the best way that you could alleviate some of the hardships. And that's what survival is. Survival means that you are on the verge of extinction and there's no way out of survival. Survival is all based on faith and hope. But the reality is the genes is on the verge of being extinct. Survival mode would be a genetic function that the biology kicks into when it knows it's on the verge of being extinct. It's not trying to transcend anything. It's not trying to overcome anything. It's not trying to conjure up some new ideas in order so it could continuously exist. Right now we are just in survival mode because the end is nigh. And we have no choice but, hold on for a second. We have no choice but to survive. Think about it for a second, man. Think about it for a second, man. Survival mode can't be anything great. Survival mode cannot be anything great. Straight up. Survival mode is a sign that a species is dying. In hopes. It's all about hope now. Because if you knew that you were going to continuously exist in the future, you know, outside of time, there would be no need for you to try to survive. You would just be focusing on the future and you would keep moving forward. You wouldn't be running around here scrambling, going over here, trying to get these little you in scavenger mode, looking to snatch up these crops. You get with a certain amount of people and y'all built some kind of fortress. People coming to rob you for the little bit of goods that you got. You know that the goods is important because the more goods you have, the more you could prolong your stay within the survival realm, which is inevitable that you die. It's inevitable that you die. You know what I'm saying? So you're just basically trying to hold on to that last genetic strand. The helix already collapsed. It's been collapsing. Straight up. And the people who run the planet, they know this. These people ain't making space shuttles to explore. Hell no. They making space shuttles to survive. People are not making no space shuttles to explore. For they cannot explore. Only thing they could do is experience another extension of the Matrix. No matter where they go, it will always be a realm that is artificial. It ain't about exploring. It don't matter if they on Earth, if they on Mars, if they go to Jupiter. It don't matter if they go to Saturn. Those are all hybrid planets. They still fake. It'll be like this. It'll be like, say y'all got into a crazy accident, a crazy car accident, man. Say you got into a crazy car accident and half your body had to be amputated. Half your body got amputated and the only thing that was like functioning was your brain. Couldn't move your arms, couldn't move your eyes. Well, you couldn't move your eyes. You was just like laying there like a complete vegetable, man. But you was conscious. You was conscious. And let's say that some doctors came up to you and they was like, well, you know, your situation is kind of fucked up right now. But we have something that we can offer you. It's sort of like an experiment. We haven't fully perfected it yet, but it's an experiment. Now they telling you this. You know what I'm saying? You just laying up there. Let's say the only thing you could use is your voice, because you can't be completely paralyzed, because they're gonna be asking you questions. So let's say you could talk. So they're telling you this, and you ask them, "What is it?" And they tell you, "Well, it's a virtual reality, systematic, synthetic design." And you ask them to explain, and they say, "Well, we can hook you up to some form of computer where you could be anything you want. Anything you want, we will program it, and you will be that person. But the only thing is not going to be real." Now here you got the man who's paralyzed out. You know what I'm saying? He already know that he is in survival mode right now. He's paralyzed, you know what I'm saying? He's all effed up. Had to be amputated. The only thing he got is his voice. He laid up in the hospital, but you got these doctors that came here that said, "Yo, we can hook you up to a computer and make it feel real. We can make it seem real. It'll be so real that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The only reason why you know it's not real is because we letting you know right now that it's not real. But if we hadn't let you know that it's not real, you wouldn't know." So they telling you that the program, it'll be just like how it was on Earth. You could feel sensations. You could even mate with a woman and have babies. You can have a family. You can have the job, the dream job you want. You could be an entertainer. You don't have to have a job. You could be a singer. You could be a billionaire. We could plug you in there where you own all of the major record labels or movie distribution deals. You will be in there. People will already know your name. You can have it how you want. You can start out as a baby, or you can start out as a 21-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Would you accept this? Now, him knowing his situation, you know what I'm saying? He's in survival mode. He know that he's on the verge of death. Of course, he's gonna be like, "Well, yeah, let's do this." He's gonna be up on it in regards to his situation, and for the mere fact he wants to experience it. He want to see how it is. You know what I'm saying? So it might be, so when he experienced that reality, artificial reality, it might blow his mind. He might be like, "Wow, this is so awesome," because it's the first time. But there will come a point in time when he continuously experiencing that he will realize that it, no matter where they plug him into that dimension, it will always be fake. It will always be fake, man. So it'll be like useless. It'll be fake. So wherever the Beastmaster goes, man, is always going to be fake, man. There's always going to be a projection of light. It's not going to be the real realm. He's not going to exist within the light. He's going to exist within the projection of light. That's the big difference, man. It's a major difference from when you existing within the light, from when you existing within the projection of light. You know what I mean? So survival mode. Just know that when you, this whole survival mode, and they got a bunch of people in survival mode right now, son. They don't really know where they going because they don't know where they came from. They don't know who they are. They all in survival mode, man. I'm just trying to survive, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here trying to get my guap, trying to survive, man. Out here in the concrete jungle. You know what I mean? So you're looking at the games like Destiny, and it all got to do with them pushing their existence beyond the solar system. And there's a lot of movies and video games like that. You see the humans going to other planets with wars. That's all they're doing is causing war, because that's what a virus does. A virus causes war. A virus goes into a territory and it takes over. So when you're looking at all these flags for all these nationalities, just know that you're looking at conquered land. But these people be waving the flags, talking about they came from this place, and they waving their flags high, not knowing that you and that land has been conquered. That's why I say we ain't got no rights. That rights got to do with the humans. All got to do with the rituals. We as a soul race, We beyond rights. What rights does God have? Does God have any rights? God is beyond rights. You know what I'm saying? If we are an extension of God's and we represent God, then therefore, however it is for God, then that's how it should be for us. But we ain't representing God in a full totality, man. We all effed up in the game. You know, we think we came from a freaking planet that's called Earth, man. If we're saying that we came from a planet known as Earth, then that would mean we hybrids as well. That's exactly what it. You know, ask those brothers and sisters that. Them brothers and sisters will always say that we came from this Earth and we came from Africa, or wherever the hell they say we came from. Then that would mean that you're a hybrid. That would mean you ain't real. That would mean that you are an illusion. That's exactly what that would mean. Straight up. See if they could swallow that pill. Since they want to align themselves with the human race, see if they could swallow the pill of not being real, period. Bet you they gonna back up off that. Nah, fam, we real. We the gods, we real. So if you real and you the gods, then how the hell you came from a planet that was created? Wasn't this planet created? So that would mean this planet is a hybrid. As I stated before, another thing I had stated with the cross genetics, just because you think like people think hybrids only has to do with cross pollinating plants or cross breeding genetics. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that that's the only way you could do hybrids, man. Cross pollinating plants and cross breeding species and all that. When you cross attach particles, that's a form of hybridization as well, because now you're taking particles that wouldn't normally be with each other and you cross, for lack of a better term, pollinating particles. So now those particles become hybrid. That's why you would see things dissipate, because those are the particles separating, because it was not naturally co-joined. So when you're looking at these planets that we're on, these planets are a form of cross-particle pollination, for lack of a better term. It cross-pollinate or cross-breed genetics, or should I say particles, man. They cross-breed particles and they make hybrid planets. Don't think that hybrids got to do with, like, the first people that ever did hybrids was the humans. Don't think that the hybrids creation came from the human beings. Hell no, man. Whatever the humans is doing, God already did. So if the humans is cross-pollinating plants, cross-pollinating, cross-genetics with the foods, making hybrid foods, hybrid plants, you know what I'm saying? Just know that God could do that, but on a more greater scale, way beyond the human's ability. So the humans could cross-breed animals and plants. God cross particles planets. The planets is not real. The only real planets are suns. Period. You know what I'm saying? So God is the master of hybrids. He created the damn human race. He created these planets that we own. Well, these planets are hybrids. This is a template of a hybrid. Straight up. Hybrid life could exist on a hybrid planet. You can't have hybrid life existing on a real planet, because real planets vibrate too damn high. The sun is a real planet. Ain't no hybrid life existing on that mother dudder. You know what I mean? And they know that. You know the humans gonna get bold when they start making movies that they exist on the sun. That's when you know they're gonna start. That's when you know they're gonna start getting real bold. That's when they gonna turn up the rituals. They gonna start getting real bold because it's nothing for them to occupy planets. The planets are hybrids. These regular planets that has atmospheres, breathable atmospheres, that has water on it, period, son. It's letting you know that the planet is a hybrid. And the planet is a hybrid. It got water on it. You know what I'm saying? Hybrid life, hybrid bodies has been created for that energy to exist within it, known as the electricity, which is a weak energy. You know what I'm saying? But in regards to the sun now, ain't no bodies could exist on the sun. Only light bodies. Only the souls. The souls that's vibrating on that high frequency, those are the only ones who could exist on the sun. But when you see the humans start making movies that they are going to the sun and in the sun, and you're gonna start seeing that I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out, man. It's gonna come out because they always release things. They don't so much keep anything from anybody. What they do is train you to not have the ability to identify what you're looking at. So I'm pretty sure they're going to start making movies when they start taking trips to the sun, and then they're going to go inside the sun, and then they're going to see is a megalithic crystal city. And then you're going to see a lot of soul beings, but they're going to make the soul beings look like human beings. Then they're going to come out with that movie, then everybody going to be like, word, yo, the sun is a planet? The boy cellfluid been saying that for a minute. This ain't trying to hear me though. That's why I say focus on the damn sun. Gaze at the sun. Connect your soul to the sun. You know what I mean? But yeah, the rituals, man. The rites. We beyond the rights, man. We beyond the rights. They got people standing on the curb fighting for civil rights. That's all contracts. If your rights come by way of a contract, then that should tell you that the rights is part of the matrix, because the contract is part of the matrix. There ain't no paper on the sun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, people. Start thinking, man. Think outside the cube. You got to start thinking outside the box, man. If you can't think outside the box, man, then that means your mind is trapped in the Rubik's Cube, man. It's trapped. You are mentally trapped in the prison. Straight up. But yeah, the computer. They do rituals with the computer because they use sacrificial instruments, and then they put invocations on it in the form of a program. And then people who's unaware of this entertain the program, and they don't know that their subconscious mind is being programmed. That's how they program your genetics. So your babies could come out pre-coded, supporting the perpetuation of the human race to go to other planets. It's like you want it to happen. You want things in existence, man. They make you want it to happen, man. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. But yo, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I already know what it is, man. Peace to the gods and the goddesses.